Hello and welcome to Knife Delights. Hey, today we are going to be taking a look at the Buck Odyssey, model number 181. But before we get into the review of this fantastic little knife, I just want to mention that one of the members of the community is facing some health challenges, and I'd like to ask you to keep him in our prayers, in your prayers, and that would be Terrell Snyder. You know, he's a great member of the community. He's had some, personal challenges and some battles going on. We just want to keep him in our thoughts and prayers, try to keep him uplifted. I believe prayer does work, so please keep him in your prayers, and let's hope that he has, he's got to have some procedures done. Let's hope that they are successful, and, God's healing hand reaches down and helps our friend along. So, Terry, I hope this finds you well. And brother, I'm thinking of you, and I know what you're going through. So just hang in there, buddy. We're all behind you. So get well soon, sir. Okay, I want to look at this Buck 181 Odyssey. And I did buy this in an antique store. Got it at a pretty reasonable price. And I just have to start off by saying that one thing that I do like about Buck is they have tried to innovate. They've tried to stay, within the modern times. This knife, I believe, first came out in the 1998 catalog, and they came out with 3 different models, the Odyssey 1, 2, and 3. Buck has, never relied just on their legacy kinds of knives or traditional hunting knives and the 110, while still top sellers and very popular with their fixed blade hunting knives, a 102, 119, and so on and such forth. They really have tried to up their game, and as we can see here, starting back in 98 with this model, they had other models coming out in the 80s and such, different kinds of knives to try to update and appeal to the growing knife community, the different uses of knives, and those that prefer a more modern knife over a traditional slip joint knife. So this is a representative of their efforts. There was a lot of different models, and I won't go into all of them. I mean, they even had a model 186. They had one that came out with a ATS 34 steel. Some of them were partially serrated. So they really did come out with a wide variety of this model. And what struck me with this is just look at that blade shape. And I'm not even sure what you want to call that. If it was straight across the bottom here, you could call it a Wharncliffe. So maybe it's a modified Wharncliffe. Maybe it's more of a drop point. I don't know what you call it. But it is a very beautiful blade. Nice hollow grind there. Of course, it's used, so I don't know about the original edge, if it got sharpened. It's still in a fairly sharp condition. Of course, they've incorporated a thumb hole, and it is a liner lock. And you can see it's a little off-centered. Again, you could adjust these pivots here just a little bit. I'm sure you could get that centered better, but it has a really nice action to it. Now, this particular knife here was made in 2013, and it has the basic Buck 428C Boz heat treat steel. And there you can see the stamp on it. And it was an advertising knife. I'm sure if you joined the NRA, they sent you one of these knives for free. And the original owner even wrote on the box, warranty addressed and closed. So here's the original box for it. We can see it was made, what is that, 6/16 of 13, I believe. Of course, made in the USA. Gives the catalog model and catalog number there. And we can open up the box here. It still has a little insert here, the famous forever warranty. And then the original owner made some notes to himself. Yep. So I just thought this was a nice little find. The scales here, let's see, on this one it's thermoplastic. They are pinned, so you cannot replace them. But it is an adjustable pivot. It's got a steel frame. And again, it's a liner lock. The pocket clip would be, let me see here. So we have a tip down carry, and the pocket clip is not reversible, nor can you change it over to tip up carry. That's a big deal to some folks. That's their preference. You know, I guess I don't carry a lot of modern knives to begin with, but that's something that just, you know, it's no big deal to me, but for some, they really like to have it tip up. So why don't we try to take a little bit of a measurement here on this knife. And we've got a closed length of right at 4.5 inches. And a blade length of about 3 inches with about 2 3/4 inches cutting edge. And the overall length is, what do we got here? 7 5/8 or so. A little over 7.5 inches. It is lightweight. I can't find my scale. I should throw it on the scale, but I can't find my scale right now. Ergonomically, it does fit the hand very well. I wear large to extra large size gloves, so you can see I get a full four fingers on that knife. And one thing I like to check for with a liner lock is, do you get a hot spot with the liner lock when you've got it here? And that and the pocket clip, I don't really feel a hot spot here. And easy opening, ambidextrous for me. I haven't practiced with closing it one-handed with my left hand yet, but even in my left hand here, it feels very nice. Of course, you do have some jimping here, right here too, for your thumb, if you like that. And you do have this nice choil here. So, a very nice knife. Very ergonomic. So there you have it. Once again, this is the Buck Odyssey. Listen down. Well, I got to rambling on in my closing, and I wasn't making any sense. So anyway, check out the Buck Knife playlist at the end. And hey, check out my other playlists on case knives, fixed blade knives, Boy Scout knives, and so on and such forth. Got a lot of knives reviewed here on the channel. So until next time, have a very delightful day.